Patriots. How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network. I'm going to make sure I got everybody undivided attention to where I can share everything with everybody. Give me one moment here. Let me go to my other account. If you're on my backup account, I appreciate you for being on there this morning. Also, as well, my main account. Got a lot to cover, man. And with everybody, got to do an early morning stream because I got a lot going on. I got a lot of schoolwork to do. But don't you worry, I'm making sure that everybody is in the building. We got one more thing we got to do. Come in here, this part right quick. And we got to share. Share this right quick. Gonna create a post.
Can I fight for shit?
Bitch ass nigga.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
All right, I got that shared here. And we got to share one more post. Let's get the one for Rumble. Yeah, I got to get the one for Rumble. Got one watching on Rumble. I'm going to share that too. Give me 1 second. Trying to get all this so y'all can see me this morning. Oh yeah, we getting in. We getting it in. We got a lot to talk about. All right, so we got this posted on Rumble as well. Please, guys, support here on Rumble. Please support me on Rumble because this is where we can keep everything going. All right, so with that being said, I'll make sure I got everything set up. We got 2 watching on Rumble for currently right now. We got people watching on the main stream as well. Hold on, getting poor buffering. I don't know what that means. I'm about to solve that right now. About to solve this. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me see what I got now going. Should be a smoother buffering. Oh, okay. All right, we set up, ready to go. Guys, again, how y'all guys doing? I hope everybody's having a good 4th of July. I know I am so far. I'm only off today, which I wish I was off for 4th of July, but I have to work. But it's cool. That's why I came in here to make sure that you guys are aware of what's going on. If you are on my Rumble, please hit the like so we can continue to have that algorithm where people can continuously find my channel and we can talk about it and actually comment. So, guys, mass shootings, controversy, all on Blackistan. Going last week into this new week here. Not to mention the landmark situation everybody's talking about, the affirmative action officially being thrown out with colleges. So now people actually have to have a skill to be considered to go into a college. But we already know that colleges is already trying to work around that by lowering the bar to get into college so they can continuously set up Black Americans for failure, because that's basically what we're doing. We're doing what you call covert racism against Black Americans when you're lowering the status quo for them to get in. You're basically telling them that they're not as smart or bright or intelligent as the next man. But we will get into that on another day. But right now, let's go into a controversy speech that was talked about all this week from Senator LaTonya Jonhson. So, excuse me, Johnson. Let me get that right. Let me edit that out right now, guys. Let me edit that right now. I got that woman's name wrong. It's Johnson, not Jackson. Get her name right. I don't want to mess this one up, because this one is detrimental to what we got going on. I thought it was Jackson, but I didn't know it was Johnson. My apologies. y'all know it's Johnson. Thought I got this woman's name right. All right. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Jared. They are the same people. All right, we got it. I got it now. It should come up on the feed like it's supposed to on all three, except for my backup channel. It's gonna say Jackson, but we'll correct that later. So let's go on here and let's talk about LaTonya Jonhson here. This is a senator out of Wisconsin. I'm trying to find that video. And I'm about to play that clip where she says that, and this is going to be fair use, fair use. So let's go up here and let's play this video right quick. Uh, this is gonna be 5 minutes long, I think. So let's break this down and tell you my views on it. I really try to stay away from Fox News now with their video, but I really hate. Nah, this ain't gonna be a good video. This is talking about how he cracked down on crime, and I don't want to talk about that. That's not my thing. We'll go right here. We'll go to YouTube. We'll go to the YouTube one. Hold on. All right, it's a 14-second clip. Again, this is fair use, guys. Let's let the lady take it away for herself.
Fuck the suburbs, because they don't know a goddamn thing about how life is in the city. Fuck the suburbs, because they don't know a goddamn thing about how life is in the city.
All right, I'm going to pause that for a minute. I had to say it. I had to run it twice. LaTonya Jonhson just said fuck the suburbs, right? They don't know a goddamn thing about living in the city, right? But this is what blows my mind with these progressive liberals that think like this. They have houses in the suburbs. They have businesses in these suburbs. They shop in these suburbs. They even invest up to about $1 million+ I wouldn't say two, $1 million+ in security. So they can what? Travel back to these suburbs. Why did she choose to live in these suburbs? Because it's safe, right? It has it's a good community. She can thrive. She can raise her kids. So I'm quite sure she got kids. She might even have grandkids at this point. She can have her grandkids go to nice schools, things of that nature. So when you say F the burbs, you're basically telling all your constituents that are progressives that you don't want to be in the suburbs. You want to live in Blackistan. You want to live in the projects. You want to give up your 180,000 or 200,000 a year salary. You want to relax in a setting where you can have your head on a swivel. You can get broken into at any time. Your child can get murked or grandchild murked at any moment through a mass shooting. You are comfortable having gangs taking over your community. You are comfortable with making sure that Ray Ray and Pookie continuously be a predator towards your daughters, especially if they want to slut them out. Basically saying this is what you want. This is the lifestyle that you're accustomed to and comfortable with. You're comfortable with your children being failures in school. You're comfortable with your children not having any type of how can I put this? Opportunity of peace to get any type of peace to get the opportunity that they need to be successful. This is what you're telling me when you say fuck the suburbs. Now, if you want to say that, LaTonya Jonhson, I want to know this. Are you going to say that when you wake up in the middle of the night and you got 3 or 4 guys dressed in all black rummaging through your nice mansion or your nice $600,000 home or $500,000 home or $800,000 home, are you going to be cool with that? Because if you are, that's fine with me. Are you going to be comfortable when you wake up in your nice BMW or Audi? Or, thank you very much, Chad. Or, how can I put this? High-end SUV, because she probably drives SUVs. She looked like that type. That come in and steal your vehicle for a joyride and you find it in a ditch. I mean, I need these answers from these people that talk like this. That's what you're telling me. You're comfortable with the lifestyle. See how many people got on my Rumble right now. I mean, that's what you're telling me. You're comfortable with the lifestyle. That's what you're telling me. That this lifestyle is okay. That's all you're saying. It's okay. It's okay to live in a treacherous situation. That's what LaTonya Jonhson is telling me. All right, I'm back. We had a disconnection, but I'll make sure we had backup just in case. Sorry about that, guys. It happens. As I'm on public Wi-Fi right now. But this is what you're telling me. You're telling me that you are comfortable with your community being surrounded by tragedy. That's what you're telling me. Because where I'm from, if I got the opportunity to live a good life, if I have the opportunity to get out of Blackistan, I'm not trying to go back to it. And this is what we're talking about. A lot of y'all do, man. That's what a lot of y'all do. Now, here's my issue with this lady. And we're gonna go right here to Milwaukee 6th District because I wanna I wanna reiterate with this lady how dumb she sounds. She live in the 6th District. So let's look up the 6th District of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right? This is where she says she lives. All right, hold on for 1 second. All right, hold on. Let's see what it consists of. So we looking at the district maps. This is the 6th District. The 6th District is Green Lake, Warren, Ford, all that area there is of 6th District of Milwaukee. So my thing is these areas right here is the rough part of town. I'm quite sure. But I guarantee you she don't live in her district. I guarantee you she don't live in her district. Now let's look at Mrs. Her net worth. Let's look at LaTonya Jonhson's net worth. Senator LaTonya Jonhson salary. Let's see. I wanna make it a point to look up this woman's salary so we can find out why she say F the suburbs and see she really about that life. That woman makes $551,141 a year. Now we're gonna look at her 2020 finance profile. She got $103,047,000 of money from, excuse me, let me see here, for packs and parties. She got 92,485, right? Okay. But most of her money didn't even come from her district. She only got 94,000 from her district. So she knows she's in a poor district. Labor unions. That's why she's so cool. The ideology. See what I'm talking about? These are the people that done brought that ass. Planned Parenthood. All these people donated to her campaign. Now you know these liberals is full of shit, man. She can be purchased very easily. Let's see if we can. I bet she got a mansion. I can't find out where she live at, but I'm quite sure she got a nice house. I gotta do some further research, but I can find it. I have to look at the property game, but I guarantee I can find out what she got. That's a little bullshit website. I don't care. Let's see if we got what they got on Facebook. They don't show a house. We about to find out. I guarantee she got a house on here somewhere. But they always got homes. They always like to show their houses off. Let me see what we got. I mean, I know she woke. I'm trying to see if I can find that house. See if she got a house. That might be a house right there. That looked like a little personal house. It looked good. That might be a house. That might be her house. But either way it goes, I know she ain't in the hood. She talking about F the suburbs. I guarantee she won't step up behind in the hood. I guarantee you she won't. Look at all these pictures. I ain't seen her not one time in the hood. Let me see what this at. It's a controlled environment. That ain't the hood. I need you in the hood. I need you where I know it's unsafe. And every time I see it, man, they don't never be in the hood. Never, ever be in the hood. And never ever be in the hood. They always at the Capitol buildings, all that BS, but they don't never be in the hood though. So that just proved my point. What type of person she is. She's not in the hood. So you're not in the hood, but yet still you want me to believe that you all about F the suburb. But we already know that if your suburb area gets impacted with a high rate of violence, you're popping off. You're going off. You're going crazy. You are going to be the first one to scream out, "It's unfair. I need help." Exactly. The only lives that truly matter are those who respect the lives of others, and that is facts, bro. That's straight facts. And here's another thing that she hasn't even addressed. Didn't we had last month in Milwaukee? Let's play that clip. I think she must have forgot what happened in Milwaukee last month. Maybe she needs a refresher. Because I'm quite sure there was a mass shooting in Milwaukee last month. I'm quite confident it was. I don't want it. I don't want that. Let me go find one that is not trying to charge me. Yep, it's right here. Let's play this 46-minute clip of "Fuck the Suburbs" that she forgot to include. 16 shot Milwaukee celebration. This was June the 23rd. This was last month. Not even that many weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Juneteenth celebration.
He's right here. He's trying to fix his IFB.
Said the 17-year-old may have been a gunman. They still ain't got all the suspects. But remember now, she said F the suburbs. And this is her district, right? Why ain't she talking about trying to provide more police presence, tough on crime? They don't want to do that though. They'll just throw some more programs out there. That's their thing. And let's look at that mass shooting tracker again. Let me repeat for her, Mrs. F the suburbs must have forgot. 16. Okay? Wounded. 4 of them were juveniles. 14, 16, 17, and 17 gunmen. Unidentified 15-year-old juvenile. And then Dagger 1 said a father of 3 was killed after a shooting on Milwaukee South Side Sunday, June the 25th. A Milwaukee man is now accusing his death that's 19 years old. But remember now, she said F the suburbs, they don't know what it's like living in the city. Why won't you make your city just as safe as your suburbs? How about those apples? Can't make this up, man. I don't, that's why I say, man, I don't take progressive liberals seriously at all. Because if they really cared about their communities, they would not be saying some of the outlandish things that they say. And that's why we're going to talk about all of the crime that happened this weekend. Because a lot of people are not talking about it. Except for me and my man, AK Nation. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about this crime because people need to know. First and foremost, let's go to the big story of the day. And this is coming straight out of Baltimore, Maryland. Gonna pull that one up so we can let this old lady know that yeah, it's real out here in the field. Bianca Zombie said hey to me on Rumble. Thank you, Bianca. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna see if I can get the video of this. Let me see if I can get the video. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I got disconnected again, but now I got it on my cell. Hold on. They ain't gonna be dropping streams. Give me 1 second, guys. Ooh, 26% was dropped. All right. Let's check in. Let's look at this. You know, you got beef with her grandson. You hold that in the streets with us. But now times has changed. It ain't like that no more. Now we're in a situation now where emotions run high and young folk just don't have any kind of moral compass. But it's hard for them to have moral compass when you got a lot of these single mamas out here that don't have any moral compass. Yeah, I'm gonna call them out. I don't give a shit. A lot of these single mothers out here ain't worth a damn. When you out here messing with everybody that ain't nailed down, every time you turn around, you always putting yourself in all these situations where your child can get taken advantage of. I don't have any respect for you. I'm just being honest. There's these mothers right now, the only thing they worrying about is a check. They don't care about their children. They ain't trying to show their children the way. They trying to get it the easy way. And then that transpires to these other kids thinking the same thing. And now you got a whole legacy of kids trying to get it the easy way and don't know the first thing about getting it out the mud. And that's just fact. That's why we got all this violence going on. Man, let's continue, man.
9 victims are still in a hospital at last check, and police are still looking for at least 2 shooters. Overturned tables, scattered chairs, and more is what's left behind after shots rang out around 12:30 Sunday morning. This all happened at the 800 block of Gretna Court in the Brooklyn neighborhood in South Baltimore. Police say that an 18-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man died from their injuries. They've been identified as Kylis Fagbimi and Aaliyah Gonzalez.
9 additional victims were transported from the scene to local hospitals. Shortly after, 20 additional victims walked into local and regional hospitals with various injuries. Currently, we're still at 30 victims. Ages range from 13 to 32.
Investigators say that 15 of the injured are minors.
This tragic incident is another glaring, unfortunate example of the deep issues of violence in Baltimore, in Maryland, and this country.
Mayor Brandon Scott said that we must wrap our arms around this community, but also emphasized his concerns about illegal guns in Baltimore.
The Baltimore Police Department has seized 1,345 illegal guns that were in the hands of people that should not have them, that had them anyway because they're so easy for them to obtain. We will continue to hold those individuals who carry those weapons, who use those weapons in acts of violence like this one that we saw today, accountable.
Some residents raised concerns about the lack of patrols in this area.
Now, he said something different than the other black mayors, and he's supposed to be the mayor. I don't know, man. What's up with these Brandon Johnsons and these Brandon mayors? I don't know. They sound like they so soft. But anyway, he says he's going to hold them accountable, which the first time I've heard that in a while from a black mayor. But my issue is you want to hold them accountable, but you still want to blame these guns. The guns is not the problem. You can seize the guns all you want to. It's the criminal. The criminal's the problem. Y'all keep giving these criminals second chances. Y'all keep going out here. Every time you turn around, the criminal do something bad. You want to give them a second chance. You want to put them in a program. You want to do this. You want to do that. And that's not what you need to do. You need to crack down and start putting people in jail. Quit worrying about confiscating the guns. If people start seeing you confiscate and putting them in jail, then somebody's going to be like, wait a minute here. I can't go out here in Baltimore and act the fool because I will go to jail. I can't go out here at this block party and spray it up because they will find me and I will go to jail. See, that's what I want people to start understanding with this movement as us as patriots, is that we about law and order. We don't have time for this second chance BS. Exactly, K-Man. That's another thing. That's what I was going back to. A lot of these single mamas that's freaking got that masculine energy, let their children run wild. They don't know how to tell their children how to check their emotions in check. And this is what we get. While a lot of these boys spray and don't want to use their hands to fight. Or if they do fight, they want to get about 30 damn dudes to jump one guy. Because their mama taught them to be like that. They mama. Hold on for a second. And not to mention too, and I see what you're saying. The idiot mayor and his party only have the power the people allow them to have, and the idiots in the Baltimore vote kind in. I used to live in Baltimore for a minute. Glad I'm gone. Yeah, that's why people leaving these cities now, because cities like Baltimore, San Francisco, Los Angeles, California, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? New York City. This is what they do. They vote these clowns in Atlanta, Georgia. They vote these weak ass mayors in because they don't want their babies to go to jail. And he knows this and he sells them that dream and makes it come true. That's why they get a slap on the wrist. That's why you see so many of these fatherless young men between the ages of 18 through 30 commit these violent, I say 18 through 35, that commit the violent crimes they commit when it comes against women and kids, because they have never been taught how to control their emotions. They've never been taught how to deal with their emotions. They've been taught to go out here and be half cop. Don't think about nothing. Don't think about no consequence. Go out here and hurt somebody. And that's why these children are the way they are. It's sad but true. That's why every day I thank God that I had a father in my life. I thank God. My man said, I'm 54 and back in the day, the belt and switch corrected this type of shit. When we were young, it let you know that doing stupid shit had a price and it hurts. Yeah, you're right, K-Man. It did. And you gotta remember too, back in the day, the single mamas that were in that generation that had to be single, they knew how to use the switch in the belt. They knew how to try, but they had a lot more discipline back then. The single mamas back then had a lot more discipline. They didn't just let any Tom, Dick, and Harry get around their kids. They wanted a man, but they didn't want a man bad enough to compromise. Okay, man, so I lived in a place like this in New Jersey where I was born and raised. I lived in Baltimore off Greenmount Avenue for a year for work, renting a place, and I transferred out and I am out of the area. I'm telling you, man, this is what they're going to have to do to get this corrected.
During the event,
This was an unpermitted event, so our job now is to figure out when we figured out that this was occurring, what our officers did, and if we made mistakes, we'll fix them and move forward so this does not happen ever again.
several state and federal agencies are helping the city with the shooting investigation. The mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement says that it's helping people here cope with this tragedy.
In this community, we will be having a presence focused on healing resources, coordinating city agency and community-based partner presence here.
Now officials are vowing to find the people responsible.
I hope these folks don't sleep well, because we're not going to sleep until we pull them off.
Yeah, they sleeping well. Why wouldn't they sleep well? You're not going to do nothing to them. Shoot. That's right, laughing dog. They got to let them by saying we'll get them out of jail. Yeah, I'm just saying. What they talking about? They hope they don't sleep well. Man, stop this mess. They ain't laughing at y'all right now. Them boys is plotting their next drive-by as we speak. They ain't worrying about you. They ain't worrying about the people they hit. In fact, you know what they're saying right now about those innocent young children they hit? Shit, man, that's just part of the game, bro. Oh, well. That's what they saying. It's part of the game. Oh, well. But y'all don't want to do that, man. Y'all don't want to see that. Y'all want to sit here and try to play like this whole, these people got a conscience. People ain't got no damn conscience. Because if they did, they would have never done it to start with.
And back out here live, police are still out here looking for evidence. We just saw a couple of officers walk by just a few seconds ago. There's still a lot of questions with this, and police did not say whether the shooting was targeted or random, but all of this still remains under investigation. But the big thing, though, is police are asking anybody with any information who may have heard or seen anything to give them a call. Reporting live here in Brooklyn, Kyrie Stewart, WBAL TV 11 News.
I'll tell you right now, they're not going to give them a call. They're not going to tell them anything because y'all already know how the hood works. They don't tell nobody nothing at all, bro. I mean, this is what they do. Give me 1 second. I mean, that's just what it is, man. Sad. Now let's look at the next Blackistan shooting. This one's coming out of Old Town, Wichita, Kansas. Wichita, Kansas. Really not a lot on that one. All I can tell you is that they had a walk-in shooting victim to a local hospital Sunday afternoon. Brings the total number of people shot in an Old Town shooting Sunday morning to 9. Police confirmed 2 others were injured. This happened in the shooting club of 200 block of North Washington Street. Now, this is Wichita, Kansas. I think I got a video of that. Now, dispatcher initially stated that emergency crews were treating at least 5 people at the scene, including 4 people who were critically injured, and 1 more that received non-life-threatening injuries to the hospital and reported injuries. Y'all give me 1 second. My wife calling me. Hold on. I'm back. Roger said the crime is the new black entitlement. Colin Flattery. Yeah, it is. Everybody know that. Black entitlement is the new thing, boy. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get back to this thing. Here's what's interesting. After the initial shooting, dispatchers confirmed 1 person was arrested for allegedly driving into the crime scene, but there were no injuries reported from that incident. Police said that person was arrested on suspicion of DUI. At this time, we do have 1 person detained for questioning in the Arkansas. Exactly, K-Man. They still do. Memphis police said the shooting happened around 5:30 p.m., 1500 block of Flamingo Road in the area near Quince and Cherry. Memphis officers pursued a vehicle in the Crittenden County where 4 males were detained after a chase that ended at Mount City exit on Interstate 40. I-40, boy. I'm telling you, I-40 famous. I-40 get you all the way almost into California. I think it stops in Nevada. Yeah, I-40 definitely is a famous interstate. Shelby County. Let me see here. Arkansas State Police said, assisting the chase, they said it began in northbound Interstate 55, ending on eastbound I-40. joined the pursuit only before 6 p.m. No charges have been filed as of 8 p.m. and police will continue their investigation. So let's look at this map right quick. Let's look at the U.S. of A map. Hold on for a second. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, hold on, y'all. I wanna. So we're gonna look at the I-40 map. So this is I-40. It's all the interstates in the U.S. All right, I'm gonna see if I can make it enlarged. All right, so I got it enlarged here. So we're gonna look at I-40. All right, so they went from Tennessee into, this is Arkansas right here, Little Rock. So once they get into Nashville, Little Rock right here, because Arkansas is right in this area, right border against Tennessee. So you got Tennessee and you got Arkansas right below. They're going right into Arkansas. So they went to 55, hit into Arkansas. Now remember, I-40 will lead you all the way. Now they went east this way. So I don't know why they were going east for, because they were going east. That means they were going towards, let's see, Columbia. Were they trying to go to, like, cut into Atlanta? I think they were trying to get into Atlanta. If they were trying to do that, they was going to be screwed up anyway. Everybody get caught in Atlanta. Everybody do. Everybody get caught in Atlanta. Everybody get caught in Atlanta. All right, let me go ahead on here and get this off of here. I want to show y'all how that map went. Got a lot to talk about, man. It's crazy. So we covered the mass shootings that I know of so far. Kansas. All right. Right now we have 397 mass shootings for the year. All right. Let's see what else we got going on Smart News. Let's see if I can find any more crime. I ain't trying to do it now. Let's see what I got going on here. Let's see what we got. Craziest thing that we got going on here. got latest? Another one. Again, another woman killed. Let's go and let's see what this at. This out at Arlington, Virginia, aka near DC. Let's see how this one goes. Mm-mm-mm. Damn, man. They know how to pick 'em.
WUSA 9 News at 11 begins with a story you will only see right here. A man says he tried to save his girlfriend from being stabbed to death, but sadly, Shante Crawford did not survive the attack. Loved ones just gave us this photo of her. Thank you for being here with us at 11 o'clock. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
I'm Leslie Foster, and tonight we're learning more about this stabbing inside an Arlington apartment. Police say the accused killer is in custody. The victim's family tells us that suspect is her ex-boyfriend.
Our Matthew Torres is live outside of the apartment on Washington Boulevard. And Matthew, tonight you also learned this woman was pregnant, right?
Lorenzo, making this story even more heartbreaking, we are learning that information from the victim's new boyfriend who was inside the apartment when she was stabbed. Family and friends say the victim and the suspect were sharing the same apartment even though they were no longer together. And according to relatives, this victim, who was a mom, was suffering years of abuse by the suspect.
All right, guys. This is what I'm talking about. This is what a lot of women do, especially in Blackistan. They'll know this. They know these dudes they dealing with is insane, but they'll just stay there with them, saying, "Well, we're gonna do my own. we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna live separate lives or whatever." And then now you got the new boyfriend coming around the same home you sharing with the dude. And 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't be surprised if she owned the apartment. It might have been in her name. But she don't want to put him out because either they share kids together or she still got that I don't want to do him like that mentality. He ain't got nowhere to go. And then what happens is that you get this situation right here where you lose your life for nothing. Man, I'm telling you, if you're in these situations and you have finally decided that it is over situation, that's why, ladies, if you have to go into a woman's shelter, go. I understand you might not like it. It might not be the best, be comfortable for you, but at least you'll have your life, dog. This is tragic.
Like every time I go to sleep or close my eyes, all I see is just her and everything that happened.
It's not just the haunting memories. Scratches and bloody marks around his fingers serve as a painful reminder for Michael Webb. He says he tried to protect his girlfriend, 37-year-old Shante Crawford, from her ex-boyfriend Monday morning.
He had her pinned on the floor between the bed and the wall. There was blood on the wall, and her throat was severely damaged by, I believe, a kitchen knife.
Arlington County Police say 35-year-old Alimami Forna stabbed Crawford inside the apartment they still shared after getting into an argument. Webb, who was visiting, burst through the door when the commotion intensified.
I hit him here, and he...
I want to say shout out to this guy right here, even though I feel for this guy because he got in a situation where he was with a woman who was still living with her abusive ex. At least he gave him that work because his mouth all busted up. So I'm cool with that. You know, I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him fighting the guy off, but it's just sad that the dude had moved so quick because you know a lot of these emotional punk ass dudes, when they get a knife or a gun, they will use it so quick that it takes an act of God to stop their ass from actually being successful in taking a life. But still, shout out to them for him for whooping his ass.
He fell, so I grabbed her, pulled her up, and we started trying to make ourselves down and get away from him. We counted him again. I hit him about 5 times.
Webb says the suspect was jealous of her. According to family, Crawford and her ex were together for more than a decade. They say there was a history of domestic violence calls.
You pray that it doesn't happen. Like,
right.
You know, like you feel like it, but you just pray that it never gets, you know, to that point.
Family feared this would happen, accusing Forna of being...
And I hate when people like them coming in there, the friends or family or maybe that her sister. I don't know who it is. Maybe that was his brother. I mean, maybe that was her brother or whatever. But I hate when they come in and say, yeah, you know, or friends, yeah, they've been going at it for years. You know, we do something about that. Man, why didn't nobody just go and tell the lady? You know, sometimes, I know you can't tell grown people what to do, but sometimes just sit down and talk to somebody and be like, listen, man, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but the situation you in is not good. You need to go to a battered women's shelter. I understand that you may have to be away from your boyfriend or whoever you're dealing with, but this is what you need to do so that way you can get yourself financially set up to finally get rid of the problem. That what someone should have told this lady, because she would have been alive today. Because right now she's getting ready to go in a pine box.
Physically, mentally, and emotionally abusive.
He isolated her from us a lot. Just a month ago, he put her in the hospital. It's constant.
Loved ones describe the victim as a great mother who always put others before her. She leaves behind a 15-year-old son with autism.
I lost.
Now, see, that's why I said before, she should have never, ever stayed in that apartment after it was over. He was isolating her from everybody. People think because you tell an abusive person it's over and they look at you and say, yeah, sure, we can live separate lives, that they going to stop being abusive? No. You're still the object of their abuse. They still going to find a way to abuse you. I mean, I'm just saying, you can't. You can't do that. You got to leave the situation. That's why they tell women all the time. And I think a lot of women need to really learn this in their head when they get ready to say, I'm done with an abusive person, or you confront them, whether it's with the police or by yourself, or however you do it. You got to make sure you got a game plan to officially remove yourself from the situation. You can't live in it. You can't just, you got to remove yourself so you can be out of harm's way. She didn't do that, and now she's dead.
My child today.
And another one on the way.
Because she was pregnant, 3 weeks pregnant with my child.
And see, there you go. Even more disturbing. She was out here living with this abusive guy, pregnant with the new guy, baby. That's why he killed her too. Because abusers don't like that. You're moving on and you're doing it in his face, under the same roof. Whew. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, black women, y'all got to do better when it comes to removing yourself from a situation. You got to do better. You got to go to a shelter. It's okay. Go to a shelter. It's not gonna kill you. I promise you. It's gonna keep you alive. Because what this woman just did, she did everything you should never do when you are officially leaving a relationship. This gave this man all the fuel and energy he needed to kill you. He was already isolating you from people. And then you had the boyfriend there too. He knew he could beat the boyfriend. That's why he went on ahead on and tried to kill you. Lord have mercy. But went on and killed you. Lord have mercy.
And tonight, that suspect is now in jail facing a murder charge, making this the second homicide in Arlington County so far this year. The family just a few hours ago has set a GoFundMe page to help raise money for funeral expenses. To learn more, we'll have that link under this story on WUSA9.com. We're live in Arlington tonight. Matthew Torres, WUSA9.
Man, that's sad, bro. Rest in peace to this young lady, man. I hate stories like this because it can be prevented. Real talk. That could have been prevented. That could have been prevented. All because somebody, Lord have mercy. Trying to see anything else that came up. Alright, hold on for a second here. I think I found one. We're going to go to this one right here. I don't know what happened with this one right here. So I don't know. I just saw this case came up. This is my first time hearing about this. I don't know all what happened, but I'm gonna read it to the best of my ability since I don't have it, and I'm gonna tell y'all my personal thoughts on it. A Mississippi sheriff's deputies already under investigation for possible civil rights violation after allegedly placing a gun in a black man's mouth and firing it are now also being accused of attempting to assault him and